Hey, Quentin James. Just wanted to say that I watched a communication breakdown because Sandra and Gary gave me $300 to make this little video. Score! I know, right? That's awesome.
Hello, welcome to the communication breakdown number 19. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am your host. My name is Sandra. Before we get started, I have a couple of shout outs. Before anything, I should say Ricky is playing electrician, so there may or may not be a live power outage. If there is, we're sort of prepared for that. Shout out to my kids, Rosendo and Jojo, if you're watching. I love you and miss you, Jojo. I hope you're feeling and healing better. My mods, I love you guys. Fruitcake Tony, Guitar Hack, Mitch Heyman, Ricky Stars, Ben Tom, Ben Coombs, CustomGuitarPicks.com.au. Check this out. Huge shout out to our channel supporters. Please go check out Johnny Bean TV. Please check out the band Scythian Fate. Please check out the band Bleed From Within. Keep sending in those video clips, 30 seconds or less, or audio files for our intro, and we will play it like you just saw Quentin James. Bang up job. So funny. Please visit our PayPal links, visit the merch store, and our gift shop, as we are a self-funded channel. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, my brother, my cohort, my partner in crime, the big furry fuzzy fun-loving Viking dude, Gary Big G Thunder. Hey man.
What up, sis?
How
hey
are
folks. That fucking Quentin James, let me tell you something. I
Is
told him he had to send at least 200 of it back. Fucking prick. I knew I shouldn't trust him. I know I couldn't trust him.
That was like the greatest thing. He sent in 2 submissions, and the second one is just as funny, so wait till you see that one. Yeah.
That was terrific. The fucking guy. So how you doing, sis?
I'm doing all right. I'm gonna pull up a video clip here. Hopefully I can get this to work, of our guests that are gonna be with us shortly.
Let me just say hi to a couple people. Tommy boy, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, say hello.
Hey, everybody in the chat. Dwight, what's going on, dude? I can't read. Thomas Santiago, Deja Voodoo, what up? Thunder Falcon. What up, dude? Sean Bierbauer.
Hey, Sean.
Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out, kids. Got a good show for you tonight. You guys are going to love this band. If you like metal, you're going to love these guys.
Yes.
Prog metal.
Okay. I think I got this. I'm going to bring this up. Oh.
Hey, Gussie, what's up, buddy?
Okay, let's give this a quick listen to.
Goddamn audio processor is fucking it all up. Have you got your audio processing off?
Hang on. Is that any better?
No.
No?
Not really.
Can you hear it at all?
It's really, really garbled.
Oh. Well, hopefully the chat can hear that. I have no idea. Oh,
Do you know if they're
And-
on Spotify?
they are. There's links in the description. If my lovely moderators would please post them in the chat for me. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce some great friends of mine. All the way live from Australia, we have Tom Katsonis and Toby Heel from the Australian prog metal band Scythian Fate. Hello, guys.
Hey Sandra, hey Gaz, how are you?
What's up, fellas?
Did
Hey,
you
how
hear
you
the
doing?
video at all?
No.
Yeah, it
No.
didn't sound very good.
Have to work
Yeah, it
on
was
that.
all.
We sound better than that, actually.
Yes, you do. So make sure you check out their link in the description. Thanks, Tom. He's got their Spotify link. Yeah.
Somebody's echoing.
Has everybody got their YouTube muted?
Yep,
Me too. I don't hear an echo though.
I do.
Yeah, I can hear that.
So,
Anyway,
I want to thank you guys first and foremost for coming on and visiting with us. It is an honor to have you. I've known you for a few years. We've worked together. I'm not going to say doing what or but it was a blast. And it's a blast to have you on. Tea Cake just popped in. But I kind of want to start the interview off like this. As I remember it, your band just put out the second album. You had official video, and you had this upward momentum going, and then boom, COVID. So it kind
Bloody
of put,
COVID.
yeah, and all of a
Sandra, I
sudden,
think it's you that's echoing, babe.
all of a sudden you are is that better?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So then
No,
all of a
that's
sudden
still there.
you have like these massive brakes put on you. So being that you guys don't all live close together, how has that affected you as far as getting together? I mean, was there a massive lockdown? I mean, the pandemic struck, and I'm sure it affected Australia as well as everywhere in the world. But how did the band handle it?
Yeah, so Toby, you can jump in first, mate, and I'll follow you.
Oh
You're bigger than me.
I guess for us we're kind of used to not being in the same city anyway, because you've got Tommy and I living in Melbourne, and then Nino and Brad in the Sydney area. So we're used to communicating over those distances anyway. I guess at the time it probably couldn't have been, for my thinking anyway, that it wasn't a bad time for it to happen, because we're still in the songwriting process of new material. So
Right.
it hasn't disrupted too much. It just means that we can't get together and jam.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it from my side as well. In terms of musicality, it does take a hell of a long time, as you know, Gazza, as well, when you're putting riffs together, when you're trying to coordinate bass lines and drum lines and all that kind of thing, and trying to get the riffs really tight. It takes time. So in a way, it couldn't have happened at a better time, because we were getting a lot of momentum with Matrimony and Madness, and we've got some really wicked material coming up as well, which I'm not going to share, but
Right. Yeah. I can't wait. Album number 1 was Dracana. Am I saying that right? Dracana.
That's correct.
Scythia.
Yep.
And then the second album was Echo of the Pharisees, and I guess we don't get to know the third one until it's announced from the band. So, but I'm
well,
looking
Echoes of
forward-
Echoes of the Pharisee was our single, Sandra, and then we did Matrimony and Madness. Sorry for the correction there.
Sorry, no, I'm glad you did. Yeah. So, the venues down there, as far as your band playing out live, before COVID, of course, nobody's doing that right now, but how was that before that for you guys?
Well, we're essentially a studio band at the moment. I mean, absolutely, live is what you live for in metal, right? and it would be great to do it at some stage. But right now we're kind of calling ourselves a studio band. There are definitely a lot of opportunities down the track for us, I reckon, at
Cool.
some point. Yeah.
Very cool. You guys have a lot of fans for not, for not. I mean, yeah, it seems like on Twitter there's like this huge following. Go follow them on Twitter, guys. But then you have like this, you've got a lot of fans, me included. So I think that's kind of neat.
And me now.
And now
Cheers.
and hopefully our friends in the chat. Why don't we take a second to say hello, Gary? If you want to read some names from the chat, that would be great. Let's see who's all tuning in.
And that echo is still there. I think it's Sandra. It's got to be you because your level went down, and you're the only one not echoing. So we have one more time Dwight Bailey, the Hitman. What's up, bro? Thomas Santiago, Deja Voodoo, Thunder Falcon. What up, bro? Tommy Boy, what's shaking? Tell Kyan we said hi. Sean Bierbauer, what up? Jennifer Bearden, hey, thanks for coming. Janice, what's up, girl? Good to see you. Mike Neese, what up, brother? Good to see you. Gussie, what up, dude?
Gussie, guys.
And Blackjack Lock and Nut, what's up? Holla. Hey, John Boy's here. I told you I gave John a pick last night. He lost it, right? Within 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Fucking guy. Fucking bass players. It's always the bass player.
You might as well send it to us, mate. We won't lose it, that's for sure.
Yeah, right? Hey, John
So
Boy.
for
What's
those
up,
that
brother?
are
Love you, man.
For those that are tuning in, we are talking today with Tom Katsonis and Toby Heel from the Australian progressive rock. Would you consider yourself progressive heavy metal?
Toby, you're the genre guy. I'll leave you to.
I would actually consider us. We're more of a blend. We've got some prog elements, yes, but we've also got a lot of thrash influences. Indeed, a little bit of, to a degree, some death metal influences. So I'd consider us probably more of a thrash band, but prog thrash. I don't know. If you want to jump around with genres.
Death prog. Let's call it death prog.
I like that, death prog. That'll work.
Yeah, sort of. We've also been branded as dark thrash, and that's probably we're not really a speed thrash band either. Like we love our tempo changes, and that's maybe why sometimes we get referred to as prog metal, because we do love. When I write a riff, for example, this is really interesting. I'll write it down and I think, fuck, that sounds all right, eh? And I send it to Nino and he scratches his head and goes, hey, mate, it's changed 3 different timings in 12 bars. I've got to put this together now, right?
Yeah, what's the problem?
Right. Nino is so cool. He is.
Hey, just on that, guys, I want to give a big shout out to our other 2 band members, Brad Watts and Nino Morano. Brad's our bass player and Nino's our maestro, essentially solo rhythm. He does the drums. He did some bass lines previously before we got Brad on board for Matrimony. So massive shout out to them. And I want to give a big shout out to my missus upstairs. I think she's listening. But and we heard a familiar name earlier.
Hi, Mrs. Tom.
Bearden. We heard Jennifer Bearden, so hello to Jen as well. I know Toby and myself know her quite well. And
hey, Jen.
Yeah, we know she's doing it a bit tough. So hi, Jen. And hi to everyone else out there who follows Fate. Really appreciate the support.
Absolutely.
You definitely deserve the support, no doubt about it.
Thanks, man.
Thanks,
guys.
rock.
You're a champion, mate.
Yeah,
you guys
cheers.
fucking rock, man. Definitely.
Oh, okay, so getting back to writing, I know that you write a lot of songs dealing with what's like right now. Are you up on current events? I mean, no, as far as, because is that, will your writing change ever? Or will you always be writing for like fighting against bad politics and fighting against corruption, and you know.
Well, I think so far, and I say so far because now we've got Toby on board who's also contributing material, but up to Matrimony and Madness, Scythian Fate is, we're quite eclectic thematically as well. We're not just your angst band that sing that are anti-establishment. We're beyond that. We're very allegorical, if I can use a poetic term as well, where we're actually symbolizing what's going on in society through history. We use philosophy. There's inspirations from various philosophers. There's a lot of history involved. There's also putting the current context of our society in a format that is more creative and painting a mosaic. And that's very reflective of our album cover of Matrimony and Madness. And on that, a massive shout out to Ed Sleeman, who's our epic artist.
Yes.
He spent close to 3 years painting that big fucker. it's a big mural. It's a massive mosaic of madness. And the next album, we are quite dark as well in our material. If you read between the lines, it's not straight between the eyes. There's a lot of symbolism in there. And I think with the new material, Toby's contributing to the new album as well. So he's got his style, and we're evolving. But we're not, to answer your original question, Sandra, we're not just stuck on the angst path where we're singing about, anti-establishment society, where we got an eclectic range of themes. And Toby, jump in, mate, and say what you want to say there.
I can reveal there's no songs about COVID on our next release, so we're safe from COVID there. No, I mean pretty much what Tom said. There's a lot of different themes that we tend to write about, and it's, I guess that for myself, I'm influenced a lot, and I think Tom's quite similar in this. We're influenced by a lot of historical events, but also there can be things that do pop up that will suddenly, kind of light a spark in your head, and you think, oh, there's a song there, and so then you just write stuff down. So it's almost like it's one or the other when you're writing a song,
Right.
It's something that happened years ago, or something that's happening right now.
Ben Tom from our chat has a question quick. He listened to songs like Church on the Hill from Matrimony and Madness, and he hears an Earth sounding influence. Are the band Earth an influence on you guys?
No. But do you know what? It's really, music's really interesting because you can get
They like metal church, Ben Tom.
Yeah. No, I know who they are, but we're not influenced by them at all. And that's no disrespect to that band, but
right.
I get people saying, hey, you guys really sound like this, and you're thinking, well, I've never heard this band before, I've no idea what you're on about, but certain things in music will trigger memories, and I think sometimes those memories might have some kind of correlation, but Church on the Hill for me is those riffs were written by Nino, who has a very eclectic mix of metal as well. But it's sort of a proggy, thrashy kind of tune with a lot of melodic undertones. So, yeah, interesting comment.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question.
Tom's an interesting guy.
Yeah.
Here's another one quickly. Jennifer is asking, when are you going to be in the States? Great question, Jennifer.
I think we've been through this before, Jen. It's a long way away.
Yeah.
No, we definitely, we would love to get there. We've got a lot of American followers out there, and you guys are really awesome. So.
Yeah, one day I think that's a dream. Like Tom said earlier, playing live is definitely where what you want to be doing in metal, and obviously, if we got the chance to visit the States and play a couple of shows, we'd jump at that. Absolutely.
That would be great.
Well, touring now. Well, not right now, but
right.
Since before the COVID thing, touring is like the way bands make money now. Because between all the sharing, like Spotify and Apple iTunes and all that crap, you can't make. Nobody's buying CDs anymore. You know what I mean? And very few people download stuff because you can get it for free everywhere. So touring, if you want to like make a living, is like pretty much the only thing you can do is tour. You know what I mean? And sell merch.
Yeah.
You know, because you're not going to literally make money off your music, like, selling albums or whatever. You know what I mean? So,
Or selling T-shirts. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, merch, baby.
Check out
Push
the
that
links
merch.
in the description. Yep.
Link in the description.
Check out all their links. Yes. Me too. Got my.
Oh, there we go.
How come I didn't get one?
Anyways, going way back.
Nobody has 3X shirts. That's the problem. So who wears a 3X?
So, Tony,
Fat guys
how old
wear
were you when
3X.
you started singing, and how old were you, Tom, when you started playing guitar?
I only really started singing metal maybe a couple of years ago, so I was about 40 years old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
That's respectable.
yeah, there you go.
Coming from an old guy like me. Fuck yeah, man. That's awesome.
Did you sing a different style before that, or you just one day said, "Fuck it, I'm going to be a metal singer"?
No, I didn't sing at all. And I didn't even have any thinking that I would be any good at it. But I caught up with Tom randomly, just to catch up, have a beer, and he just asked me if I wanted to audition. And I said, sure, but as long as you tell me if I'm shit. And there you go.
All right.
So I never sung before that. This is my first band. I've never been in a band before this.
Can I make an assumption here?
Okay.
Sure.
I'll bet you there was a lot of Fosters involved with that audition.
Absolutely not. We do not drink that.
Yeah, they don't like Foster's beer.
Oh, no?
We export
no.
that crap.
That's like a tourist thing.
We send it all overseas. Hey, we don't drink
It's,
that shit.
yeah, I know.
Foster's is like a tourist beer, something.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, when I get my turn, I'll ask you about your drinking
So
preferences.
what do they really drink in Australia?
Well, it's gonna be
What's
one of
the
my
drink to have? Say if we were coming down and be like, oh, you guys got to try this. What are we trying?
Budweiser.
We got a lot of craft beers because Australia was a real craft beer market in the sort of 50s and 60s, 70s. But then in the 80s, you got the corporations sort of streamlined it to, 4 or 5 main brands. And we've gotten out of that again. And now we're back into the, and I actually take off my hat to New Zealand there for different, slightly off metal, but different types of hops coming through. And those hop varieties have come into the US, they've come into Australia. Some really wicked ones like Nelson Sauvin, brilliant hops, give some really nice fruitiness. But what's happening though, because of these hops, they're getting so popular that a lot of the beers are starting to taste more or less the same, a lot of the craft ales. I mean, they're brilliant beers, but But to go back to your question, if you to show up in a country pub, I'd ask for a Tui's.
Okay.
Or a Carlton Draft. Or a Carlton Draft.
All right.
No, I'm talking.
Tui's. All right. Like THOEYS? Tui's? How do you spell Tui's?
TOOHE.
All right. I'll find it.
Okay, I just got one more question before I turn it over to Gary to talk about guitars and gear. I know he's stopping at the bit. Down in Australia, you guys have the Yowie, what we would call Bigfoot. Have either one of you ever seen that?
You gotta talk about Bigfoot every goddamn show.
He's standing right over there. There he is.
Jesus.
He's got a big orange beard. And...
All right, Gary.
Mate, don't make me come over there.
Fucking Bigfoot. Cryptozoology. Let's talk.
I was going to say that's what we call Brad. And I can say that because he's to me and he can't reach me.
What I will say is Tom is a huge Jackson guitar nut, so have at it.
Well, show him what you got first.
Yeah, so I've got a range of them. I've got all right, we'll start acoustic department first. I don't know what brand it is, honestly, but it is an absolutely brilliant acoustic. It was given to me by Nino, our band member. When he bought another one, he gave it to me as a gift. And I treasure it, the wood on it. And for all the guitar nuts out there, you know this, Gazza, that the older the guitar gets, the more mature the tone.
Oh yeah.
It's got a beautiful tone. I've got some nylon strings on it. So when I want to jam or just chill out with a glass of wine in front of the TV with the missus, I play that one. And it's got nylon, and that's sort of, I play a lot of folk, jazz, acoustic stuff on it.
Right.
But if we want to get into the electric side of things, I've got a beautiful Fender Telecaster, spalted maple. Absolutely, I think there are only 200 in Australia, and I've got one of them. So
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Nice, man.
it hardly leaves the case, but yeah, whenever I want to play sort of little intros and things like that, it's got mother of pearl inlays, stunning guitar, rosewood neck. I'm sure you know
Beautiful.
it, Gary. And
Oh, yeah.
then I've got a Jackson Warrior. I've got an Ibanez ARZ 800, and I've also got a Jackson Dinky. So
Yeah.
each of them have got a different feel, and as you guys know, you write different songs on different guitars. So
yeah, for
a
sure.
lot of the Trakehner Scythia, which was sort of a lot more what I call lighter metal, very melodic. A lot of that was written on the Ibanez ARZ 800, and that's got just killer EMGs, really nice thick tone.
8185s.
Yes, that's right, 8185s.
That's what I got in my Kramer. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful combination. It
Is
could
it,
be an 82, but I think it's an 8185.
Favorite and only time.
Could be
Yeah.
82. Yeah.
Right. Nice.
So when some of the faster sort of tempo stuff that I've done for Matrimony, I use the Jackson Dinky, and some of the more death metalish riffs using the Jackson Warrior, because you get that heavier feel. Like
Right.
Yeah. So that's my retinue. As for Brad, he's using ESP's LTD. I think he's looking at getting a BC Rich 5-stringer. So he's building up his repertoire. Nino plays Jackson. He plays Ibanez as well. So
Right. Cool, man. What's your amp of choice?
all right, I've
When
got a
you
modeling
use
amp.
amps.
Yeah, I haven't got it here actually. I've got it inside, but I use a PV Viper 40 watter. It's just a modeling amp that I use as a practice amp, and you can play anything on that. You can
I
even
got
get
the
that
50, I got the 15-watt Viper sitting right next to me. That's what I use when I play on YouTube.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they? No, they're
Yeah,
a
you get everything
handy
out of
little
it.
amp and so versatile. Like you can muck around on it. You can get all sorts of sounds. You can sound like Pink Floyd. You can sound like a punk band from the 70s. You can
Yep.
sound like Slayer. You
Yep.
know, beautiful tones.
Is that what you use? Like, I know you haven't done like many live gigs, but if you were playing live, what would you use the Viper? You just
I've
mic
heard.
it?
Yeah, look, I've tried playing it pretty loud in the studio, and it doesn't rattle very much. But if I was to, I'd go into a Lanny. Actually, I love the sound of the Lannies.
Laney's are nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my main live rig, I got a heavily modded PV6505 Plus, modded by Mike Licklider, and a 412. Well, I have several 412 cabs, but my main one is my Jet City with Celestians in it. Man, that thing is thumping.
Yeah.
Man,
Jennifer is asking real quick time, do you prefer BC Rich or ESP?
For me, definitely ESP. I've got smaller fingers. I mean, some guys absolutely love BC Rich. Being a Kerry King fan from way back, when I was sort of in my early 20s, I'd walk into a guitar shop thinking, I really need a BC Rich. I picked up the bloody thing, and it's like picking up a log.
it's like a
just
baseball
so
bat.
heavy.
Yeah,
If you're a 6-foot bloke, like if Toby played guitar, he could handle it, no problem. But for a
Right.
little bloke like myself, I just find it like your shoulders ache. Your guitar playing's meant to be a pleasure. So
are you a
ESPs
wee
are
lad? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
We'll get you a
Tony
ukulele, Tom.
Maybe a banjo. A banjo would be good.
Fruitcake Tony is asking, do they eat fruitcake in Australia?
Oh, Jesus Christ! Fucking Tom.
Come on,
It's
Toby, you like
punishment
the
for
sweets?
shoplifting.
Oh man!
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
All right, so I got a question for Toby. Toby, what kind of mic do you use, man? What kind of mic do you prefer?
I actually haven't played around much with too many mics, so I can't give you any brands or anything like that. Don't actually own one myself, so I just kind of yell at the neighbours, and that's how I practice.
Basically, studio. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
Cool,
I'm not popular around my street.
Yeah, me either. Me either.
But no, we go to this. There's a particular studio quite close to where I live that Tommy and I go there sometimes to jam. And I don't know, Tommy, if you've taken any notice of what brand of mic they've got, but
No, honestly,
whatever
guys, that's
it
not
is, I like it. It's a good one.
Yeah, that's not my repertoire. I don't know.
Probably a
I don't know.
short
Yeah,
Yeah, if it's studio, it's probably like a ribbon condenser mic, like a Sennheiser or a Telefunken or something. Yeah,
Sure.
some crazy
That
studio
first
shit.
one sounds
They're
familiar.
like
Sennheiser.
Bumblebusters.
Sennheiser.
Yeah.
A lot of
That's what
studios
it
use
is.
Sennheisers
Yeah.
because they're good. They're good mid-priced. They're really good for the price. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And if you fuck one up, you throw it away. You buy another one. It's like $200. You know.
yeah.
Buy like a Telefunken like U47. It's like $9,000. You know. You carry
Yeah,
it
no,
around.
it won't be
You carry it around in like a friggin' road case. Like gotta have it insured and shit. You know.
Yes, Fruitcake Tony, they are on YouTube. There should be a link in the description.
So Tom, you said is the Viper the only modeling amp you use, or you have like a Line 6 like pod or a Fractal or a one of those? Any of that shit? No.
What we do when we're recording, because Nino's our sound guy, right? And it's a shame he's not on here, Gazza, because he's a whiz with that stuff. I'm
Right.
very elementary level. I focus on writing
So am
riffs
I.
and getting
Right
a
on.
nice sound. But Nino is the guy there. So what we do basically, he's got a home studio. So when over the years we exchange our riffs, we're very familiar with the riffs because the songs kind of developed for years. Sometimes we've got,
Right.
for example,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
next 2 albums, we've still got songs lying around ready to go. So once we have all those, I go into his home studio, lay them down. He records them. He plays his lines over them. But he's got a I forgot the name of it, but it's basically a virtual amp that goes through, and
Like Amplitude or something like that. So that's what I use.
yeah, I can't tell you the branding.
Yeah.
I don't pay a lot of attention there, honestly.
Yeah.
But because I'm paying more attention as to kind of getting the right timing, nailing
Yeah.
down the riff, and then I'll leave that stuff up to him. He's a
Right,
whiz
right.
on that.
Yeah, let him do all the heavy lifting, right?
He
You
does a lot of
concentrate.
that.
You concentrate on the important stuff. Leave the sound up to him. Right on, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
So is there like a I don't know, like a tentative release date for
I was gonna ask that.
this next album, or you can't
Nah,
tell us
it's
anything?
not that. We just don't want to rush it. I mean,
Okay.
we can
Yeah.
spend weeks, honestly, working on one riff. Because we want to get it right. We don't
Right.
want to sort of listen back and go, oh, shit, we could have done better there.
Yeah, you don't want to half-ass anything. Yeah.
And that's how we are. We're not in a hurry to get it out there. It's about bringing out some quality music to people and trying to stay original. And as you guys know, and I know in particular Toby and Brad, they're a lot more well-versed in the new bands than what I am. But there are thousands of them out there at the moment, aren't there, mate?
Oh,
They're
God, yeah.
Yeah.
And trying to stick out is not easy.
Let's.
No, it's
let's-
not. No.
Go ahead, Toby. I'm sorry.
No, that's pretty much all I was going to say. I mean, it's not easy to stick out. There's a lot of, I mean, I'm not saying that there's a lot of clones out there because there's not, but there's a lot of really good metal coming out at the moment. There's some really talented bands, a lot of them unsigned, and they're just making some epic music. And the competition is fierce if you want to have a unique and original sound.
Yeah.
If you
Really
could
is.
tour with any band, say for a year, what would be your ultimate band to tour with?
Creator. Definitely Creator.
Nice.
For me, and King Diamond. Those two guys,
King Diamond. Wow.
Yes, King Diamond.
yeah,
Absolutely.
those two bands for me have shaped my influence. Toby, I know you've got your own favourites as well.
I do, but I was actually going to say Creator as well. I think Creator's a band that we all like, we're all influenced by, and the experience of touring with a band that's been around as long as Creator has that experience, that would be priceless, you know. So yeah, I would probably pick Creator if I had to choose one band to tour with for a year. That would be my pick as well.
How about you,
I'll
Gary?
never forget the time. Yeah, Gary, what about you, mate?
Who would I want to tour with?
Yeah.
Yeah, apart from Scythian Fate, who would you tour with?
Yeah, apart from us, come on, Gary.
Absolutely.
I would love to open for you guys. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. Unfortunately, my favorite band that I would want to tour with isn't together anymore. Does that count? Can it be any band or like a current band?
Any
band.
you want.
It would be Pantera for sure.
Yeah.
For sure, without a doubt. No question. Or maybe Black Label Society would be my second choice.
Pantera.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, very
But
cool.
Pantera, for sure, number one.
Nice.
Ask the chat.
Just-
Put in the chat what band you would want to tour with. Okay, I'm sorry. Who did I cut off?
Nobody.
Okay.
We just had a little buffer thing going on there for a minute. And Sandra, while we have like a little lull in the moment, Tony's a Jackson guy. Show him Ricky's Jackson behind you, and see if he knows what it is. Because me and Sandra don't know what it is.
I know he's told me. I just don't remember. Yeah, Ricky's Jackson right here.
Oh, it's similar to my Warrior, yeah.
Is it a Warrior?
It's similar to it, yeah, because there are variations of them. I couldn't tell you exactly from the video, but yeah, it's got the same machine heads. The neck looks the same.
It just the body seems a lot pointier than a Warrior.
Yeah, I can't see the whole thing on the screen. Yeah, it is
Yeah, I
slightly
know.
different at the bottom of it. I don't know, guys, but it's a
Yeah.
killer guitar, though.
It's got a big wing on it, man.
Yeah. Those things, I worked out. It took me a while to work it out, but see the curve under it. So it sits beautifully on your lap when you're actually sitting down. It took me a while to work that
Actually, it does.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, you gotta sit.
like,
You
it
gotta
looks
sit
a
in the right
bit
position.
cumbersome. Yeah, but when you're sitting and you're actually holding it up, almost like a cello, that's the most. Well, you guys seen Michelangelo Badio.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh yes.
The way he
He's
holds it
like
up like that.
insane guitar.
That's and you can tell he's a piano player, especially when he's playing the two guitars like that.
Yeah.
The guy's a freak, man. Ultra respect
is.
to him. He is the
He's a-
modern
and
day
he's-
Mozart to me. He's
I
a
met him
modern-day
about 10.
Mozart.
I met him like 10 years ago, and what a sweet guy. He is such a nice guy,
Yeah.
very down to earth, talks to everybody. He never like gives you like the brush off, you know what I mean? He's like, he'll tell you, he'll talk to you for a half hour, you know?
Look, he's
really
a brilliant
cool.
guy. During COVID, he's been doing all these tutorials for people, and man, the guy's a guitar god. Yeah, we all know that, and ultra
Yeah.
respect. And like I said,
Yep.
modern day Mozart, absolute genius. But that
For sure.
guy, the way he sits in a forum, and you got people that have been playing for a year, and the way he encourages them, he's not dismissive.
Yep.
He's like so encouraging, man. Just
Yep.
incredible respect for that man.
Yep, for sure.
Top-
He's always got a
top
big
line.
smile on his face when he's playing. He's always in a good mood. He's always happy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the crazy thing is, guys, and you've seen his ability, and you go to YouTube and you read some of the comments about his hair, and you're thinking, you know, why's that important? But anyway,
You're thinking, shut the fuck up and listen to the guy. Who fucking gives a, who gives a
these
shit what his hair looks like?
these jokers that talk about his hair probably
Yeah.
can't even play. So,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely much respect for Michelangelo. We gotta try to get him on the show, Sandra. I bet you'd do it.
Yeah, we're Facebook friends. I talk to him about cheese sometimes, so. Him. Right, come on the show.
You talk to him about well, you are from Wisconsin, so
Yes.
you have the
We're talking
cheese.
about
You have the
arpeggios.
cheese bond going on.
Yeah.
Send him some like free like bean like cheese curds or something.
Nothing wrong with cheese curds.
No, I don't know.
Deep fried are even better.
Hey,
Yeah,
Gazza, you haven't
go
got
to-
anything combustible in the studio there, have you, mate?
Just my crack lighter. That's no. Well, that and my bourbon. It's a little combustible.
That is combustible, yeah.
I'm good.
Quentin James, how you doing?
Q. Thanks for the intro, buddy.
Lenny Lou and
I want my $300 back.
Brad Watts has joined in the chat. Hello, Brad.
Yeah, he's our bass player. G'day, Brad.
That's our
How are
bass
you,
player,
mate?
yeah. Hey,
Hey,
Brad.
Get
Brad.
on here, mate. Well, get on here, mate. What are you doing?
Yeah, man.
Get out.
Send Brad a link.
Yeah. I don't know how to get a hold of Brad, but you guys have the link and you guys can send it to Brad. and
That's
then
all
have-
right. He's the shy one in the band.
Yeah, he'll experience a power cut if we send him a link.
Brad, your fans want to see you, buddy. Come
Yes,
on
Brad.
in. The water's fine.
This is your moment in the spotlight.
Between, if I stand next to Brad and Toby, I look like a midget, so keep them away from me.
Bass players are always big guys, right?
He's actually a guitarist to start with, but he was sort of, you couldn't have three guitarists collaborating, so he ended up playing bass for us.
Yeah,
And
not
he's
unless you're Leonard Skinner to 38 Special, you can't have more than 2 guitar players.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might be true. I don't know.
Or Maiden.
Yeah.
Or
or
Maiden, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend John Wood in the chat there, he's a bass player and he's a big fella.
Big John.
Yeah, he makes a bass look like a ukulele. He just scored a really nice 1970 Precision.
Okay.
Brought it over last night. Brought it over last night to
Not
show me. Oh my
familiar with
God,
those.
it's beautiful. Beautiful maple neck, burst. Oh, killer bass. Anyway, hey John.
So what advice would you two have for young people wanting to create music, write music, produce music today? What would your advice be for them?
You can go, Toby, and I'll jump in later.
I guess my advice would be just do it. Just get in there. Get gear, get together, and just have fun with it. Make a lot of noise, make a big racket, and just jam. Just do it. Because don't put pressure on yourself to discover any kind of signature sounds or anything like that. Just let things happen naturally. Get in there and have a blast. But definitely do it. If you're wondering if you can do it, just do it.
If you're not having fun anymore, don't do it.
That's it. Exactly right.
Yeah,
Just do it for the fun of it.
I like that answer.
Yeah, that's true. For me, you can't go beyond the dynamic of the people you're working with, and I think that's critical. If I look at like Nino and I have been playing for at least 3 decades together, right? He's an exceptional player. I'm not the best guitar player, but when you put us together, we
you're
sound
amazing.
really good. Having Brad on top and Toby now, it's important that when you're playing with people in a band, you don't necessarily have to play with the best musicians going around. Sometimes the dynamic will not work. You might have 2 brilliant guitarists playing, but they might be constantly at each other's throats and competing for attention or whatever. But if you've got guys that are like your mates that you're actually playing with, the music will sound good because you've got a chemistry there. And that's, I really believe that, playing to your strengths. And I go back to, I'm not the most technical player. Nino is, but when we get together and reinforce each other, it sounds really solid and it sounds really good. And that's my message to kids out there. And the other important message is, because I experienced it myself, the lack of confidence when you're younger comes because you're not jamming with other people. The more people you jam with, and it doesn't matter what style you jam. I mean, I've been in a lot of sort of acoustic jams with people and folk and rock, and it's not my genre. But you learn a lot of stuff from people. I picked up a hell of a lot from jazz players. I don't sound like jazz when I'm playing metal, but you can actually pick like the timing, the precision, the chromatics behind it, the ebb and flow of the melody. That's, jazz do it. And a lot of metal drummers are trained in metal, sort of in jazz playing as well. So
Yeah.
but my message would be, just to try and be a bit concise in my message, is listen to a whole bunch of music, but stick to what resonates with you and what you're comfortable with, but also jam a lot with people and work with people that you can trust and you get along with, and then the dynamic will flow.
Yeah.
That's
the biggest thing I would say is jam with as many people as you can.
Yeah.
No matter what,
Get
no
experience.
matter what genre of music, just broaden your horizons.
My son did. My son still does.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
You know.
Quentin James from chat says, "I love that guys like these, meaning you two, from all over the world can do shows like this and be really cool."
Cheers.
Thank you.
Nice.
We love you, Quentin.
Right on,
I just
Quentin.
fell out.
We love
Yep.
you. And let me just say one thing real quick, because Fruitcake Tony's here. I don't know if you heard me earlier, Tony, but I got your pick yesterday in the mail, and I said thank you during your show, but I don't think you heard me. So thanks, Tony. You rock, brother, and thanks, Tommy, for donating it to me.
Actually, if
Love
I
you
could
guys.
get Toby and Tom to do just one quick thing and say, chat, hashtag we love Emmett together at the count of 3.
We love
Emmett
Emmett.
is Quentin James' little bird, and he likes to get shout-outs for his bird. So if you two could do that, that would be great.
Yeah, just say we
So
love
just say
Emmett.
we love Emmett, or do you want the hashtag as well?
I'll just say we love Emmett. That's fine.
Okay.
1,
All right.
2, 3.
We love
We love
Emmett.
Emmett.
Oh, come on, Tommy.
There you go, Quentin, and that beautiful little bird, Emmett. All right. Stay tuned for trivia giveaway.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
now, he
The
came
answer's 27,
earlier.
by the way. I'm going to give it away. It's 27, isn't it, Sandra? Trivia. Yeah.
What is it?
I said the answer's 27. I'm giving it away.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I'll shut
Damn you, Tom. Damn you.
Actually, somebody in the chat said something earlier, and I'm like, oh, I can't answer that because it's
You'd
the
be
trivia
giving away?
question. So I'm trying to just totally avoid it.
Well, you just gave it away.
No, I didn't.
So
Quentin says, now give him another 300. No.
bite me, Quentin.
Deja Voodoo says, band
Cheers, mate.
chemistry to be greater than the sum of its parts and don't expect a big payday. Exactly. You got to do that work with unbridled passion, and you got to do it because you love it so much. Not for money,
Yep.
not for fame, not for glory, not even for chicks.
Nope.
You got to do that because you love to do it.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
If you,
why I
do it
quit.
if you want to do it for money, if you want to get rich, go start a fucking boy band. Don't play metal.
Never gonna happen.
Nope.
That's why I quit my last band. It wasn't fun. I was in that band for 15 years. It wasn't fun anymore. It was work,
Yeah,
and I wasn't getting
Yeah.
paid.
Yeah.
I was
It ain't
spending
fun
money.
no more.
You know.
Yeah.
So
The other thing is, like, just on what Toby said as well, when you do have a dynamic in a band that everybody trusts each other and you're given the ability to express yourself, things do flow sometimes, no matter how
Yeah.
rehearsed your parts are. For example, Toby, I want to share when we were in the studio working on Church on the Hill, right?
All right.
You know, we had the backing track, and I was showing Toby because he hadn't heard the song at the time, and he was learning it. And there was a part in there where it was supposed to be vocalized, and I didn't tell him jump in here, do this, do that. Just let him go, and the part came in there. The preacher voice. I don't know if you guys know that part of the song, and you can elaborate on this, Toby. But I just thought it was gold. It just worked instantly, and that's because when you allow a little bit of the creativity to flow, you can get spontaneity like that. Even though it's very rehearsed in many ways, you got to leave that avenue open sometimes.
I
Yeah.
think you and I
Yeah, no, you're
actually
right.
talked about that on Twitter. I don't know, a few years back. But
yeah,
that-
once you hit the record button, all bets are off. It doesn't matter how many times you rehearsed it. What comes out is what comes out. It's either good or it sucks. And it might not be what you did originally. It could be better. It could be worse.
But always,
But most of
always
the times it comes out better.
it does. But I get
That's what I-
recorder's curse, Scazzo. I get recorder's curse. So I can play something and it sounds absolutely brilliant, and once the little red light comes on, I keep messing it up. And then you got to. And everybody gets it. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of guitarists.
I do
do the
it.
same
Yeah.
thing.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had a drummer
So
like
I
that.
love this show. Yep. Once I hit go live, it's like, you know.
Yeah,
We're human, right? So
absolutely, man. Absolutely. But back in the day, when I started recording, it was all a tape, and that tape gets expensive.
Yeah.
So you can't fuck up that much. You know what I mean? It's not like using Pro Tools. You know, you just hit like delete and then do it again. You know what I mean? You can't punch in. When you're using tape, man, it gets expensive in the studio. So you got to make sure you get your shit together.
Yeah.
I'm old. I'm really old, so I know about
So,
tape.
very quickly, where can they listen to your music and share your music from? I know you've got 3 or 4 different links, and where are those at?
So we're available on pretty much everything. So we've got a Bandcamp page, which is also where you can purchase a digital download of the album if you want to. We've got Spotify, we're on Deezer, Apple Music, and of course YouTube. So yeah, lots of places
Bandcamp.
a lot of places where you can find our music.
Twitter at Scythian Fate. Make sure to follow them.
And Facebook.
And Facebook. Yep. I got moderators posting the links in the chat. Thank you so much
Good
for
stuff.
that.
Thank
Again,
you.
thank you for joining us all the way from Australia.
Oh, thank you. It's been a
Do you guys
blast.
want to do the ice cream segment?
Yeah.
Sure.
Nah, it's too
All
much
right.
work.
Do we get ice cream?
Well,
Too much-
actually,
too much
what
work.
happened is, while we were backstage, Jay ended up coming early because, of course, the sun's setting earlier now. So he comes through the neighborhood earlier. But Gary recorded the music. He bought an ice cream. It's been sitting in his freezer. He's ready to introduce the flavors. So let's do that quick. And then we'll move on to trivia giveaway. Then we'll do any last minute questions. And then we got to get the hell out of here.
It just didn't work out. Can you guys hear this? Sound all right?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So, folks, here's a little bit of Scythian Faith for you. Church on the Hill.
Yeah, turn that down a little bit.
Come on, Toby, sing along.
You know you want to.
Nice. Great rhythm guitar tone, man. That's
Thanks, man.
Toby. If I saw you on the street, I would never think that voice came out of you, man. That's
It's
fucking
amazing.
badass.
It
It's
is.
badass,
Thank
bro. You fucking rock, man.
Just the whole band is just, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you guys are great.
And just a lot of fun to work with.
This is a very fun track to sing and to lay down. It was a lot of fun doing this one.
It's cool because you guys are melodic and like heavy as fuck.
Yeah, the guitar work. Is,
You know,
is
it's
really good.
sick.
All right, we've got 5 minutes left, Gary. We got to do trivia giveaway. Or
Okay.
what
I just
flavor
wanted everybody to
alcohol.
hear these guys.
Yeah, thanks for the
Thanks
plug.
for that, because I don't know
Yeah,
why we
yeah,
didn't
no.
do it earlier. I really
No
don't
problem,
know
boys.
why.
I figured out I could put Spotify on my phone and plug it through my board, and it would sound pretty decent. So
Yeah, it does. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, sounds
cool,
good.
man. My pleasure. You guys are awesome.
So,
Cheers.
you probably want to know what you're playing for, huh, Chad?
I want to know too.
So this week we have for you a communication breakdown sweatshirt cinch backpack.
Oh, sweet.
It's got the pockets in the front.
Nice.
You will also be getting a pack of our custom picks,
I got
a
some of those.
communication breakdown button, Greg Ginter's Guitar Shop of Madison, best damn guitar shop in the world.
Damn.
And I'm going to throw in some of these cool wristbands you always see me and Ricky wearing. Here's 2 adjustables just for you. Here is the trivia question.
Oh, boy.
Are you ready, chat? Here it is. What company produced Scythian Fate's music video, Nocturnal Disciples?
That's a deep dive right there.
We know the answer.
What company produced Scythian Fate's Nocturnal Disciples video?
I know. I want to win all that shit, man.
Yeah, me too, guys. Let's just answer the question.
Brandon,
Can we
tell
answer
the
the question?
answer, put
Yeah,
it in the chat.
We'll split it with
If nobody
Toby.
answers it, if nobody answers it 15 seconds, me and Tom are going to split the shit. We'll
take
throw.
it in
We'll give Toby the button.
What
I knew I'd get
company
the
produced? Jennifer Bearden says relapse. No.
Nope.
Good try, Jen. Keep going.
No
Starts with
Bubble
a
Best. It
C.
wasn't Stephen King,
No.
but close. Very close. Might as well have been Stephen King. You know the person. You all know the person.
What company produced Scythian Fate's music video, Nocturnal Disciples? For a backpack, a pack of custom picks, a button, and wristbands,
A
and the
shitload of
Great
stuff.
Guitar Shop of Madison sticker.
And everybody in the chat knows the answer. That's the thing. Everybody knows the answer. Oh, I'm so disappointed.
Everybody's going finding the video and watching it now.
Oh, Tommy got it.
Yes, it was my company. All right,
It's always Tom.
congratulations, Ben.
It's always Tom. Tom wins everything.
He knows how to get a hold of me, how to get the prizes. We got 2 minutes. Do you guys want to? We're gonna roll out the red carpet. Anything that you want to promote or put out there right now? You
Yeah.
got the last 2 minutes. Go for it.
Tommy.
No, I just want to say thanks to everybody for supporting us over the years as well, and just keep supporting. Jump on Spotify, have a listen, buy our stuff. We're self-funded. We don't make a lot, but whatever we make goes back into our music. Doesn't go into drugs or anything like that.
Same as
Damn.
But
I was hoping. I was hoping.
and huge thanks to you guys. That's all I got
Yeah,
to say.
thank you
really.
so much.
Thank
Absolutely.
you guys. This has been
Yeah,
And chat to us.
It
Chat
was-
to us on social media. We love chatting to everybody.
I'm gonna bring
Yeah.
in one of our
So-
executive
so
producers. TK, he's gonna come in and
Been a huge
partner
pleasure to
with
meet you boys.
I'm listening. Yeah, no worries. Okay.
There he
Fruitcake
is,
Tony.
Fruitcake Tony.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey,
Good.
He
Fruitcake Tony.
is one of our producers, Fruitcake Tony. This is Tom and Toby from Scythian Fate. Gary, you
are
already
you,
know.
Great show, guys.
Hey, thanks,
Cheers,
man.
man.
Nice getting to
Okay.
know you fellas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
likewise.
thanks for the fruitcake question.
Of course.
A
they
good
eat
answer,
fruitcake
Toby.
everywhere. Who doesn't like fruitcake?
I
I will
don't.
be checking you guys out this week on YouTube for For sure.
Yeah, do
that,
so.
everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony.
Absolutely.
Now that I know you guys are on Spotify, man, I'm gonna like
Yeah,
just
just
play
put it on
play
rotation.
your shit all day. Yep, I'm just gonna let it rip.
Cheers.
Make sure you watch the videos too, guys.
Yeah, shut up.
Yes, for everyone
Self-promoter.
listening in, the Scythian Fate Twitter website, that's Toby's looking after that, so jump in and say hi to Toby as well.
Yeah, they're
Nice.
great on
Yeah,
Twitter. You
absolutely.
guys, they post a lot of little live, sometimes practices, sometimes just Q&As. Everybody in the chat, make sure you check them out. They're just a bunch of really cool guys. They work hard for their fans to bring excellent music to all of us. So.
I don't tweet. Should
Actually,
I
thank
tweet?
you for mentioning that, Sandra, because I'm sure that once, lockdown here is over and we actually, Tom and I can meet up and start jamming again, we'll be posting more of that kind of stuff. So
That'll be
Very
cool
cool.
to see. Yeah, I love those little video clips you put on there, and the Q&As are pretty cool too. Yeah, you guys answer almost everybody's questions. It's just, you guys are amazing. You really are. Yep.
Hell yeah.
thank you.
We gotta
I'm
go.
a fan.
This is us signing off.
Yes, guys.
Thank you, chat. Thank you to my moderators, Bent Tom, Fruitcake Tony, Bumblebass, Brad Watts, Lenny Lou, and Mary Hobo Rody, Deja Voodoo, Jennifer Bearden. Thanks for tuning in.
Love all you guys. Thanks for hanging out.
A bunch of other people, but okay. John Wood, Dale Palmer, didn't see you sneak in, but yep. And to the band, Tom Katsanis and Toby Heel from Scythian Fate. Check out the links below. We
Cheers,
gotta go,
guys.
guys. I love every one of you. Any last goodbyes?
Thanks
No?
for having us. It's been
All
a
right.
blast.
We're gone. I'm out. Hit the links down below, people. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. As always, we will see you next